So in our Old Testament story, we hear the first parts of God's plan for Abram. We know him as Abraham, but his original name was Abram. And so Abram heard a word from the Lord, go and leave your family, go and leave your country, and go to a land I will show you. So if we look at these scriptures and look at the story of Abram, he was an old man at this time. How hard would it be to hear this type of word, to believe that this is God, or whatever this God is, that's asking him or us to do something as dramatic as pick up and leave? Can you imagine trying to pack up everything in your house and go somewhere you don't know where you're going? Just think about the logistics of that at our ages, right? The older you get, the less you want to have to pack everything up and move. You know, one of the number one causes of heart attack is what? To move. Yeah, to pack up and move. Just the literal stress of having to get all of your stuff together and then get rid of all the stuff you really don't need. And sometimes many people have been in this situation at different ages and stages in their lives where they've had to do that and just leave everything behind. Just thinking about the people who've suffered the loss due to a fire, right? You lose everything and you don't have a choice. Or the threat of that. If you had to get out of your house quickly for whatever reason, what would you grab and what would you just have to accept that you have to leave it? So we look at that in the context of this story, that here he is being told by God, this God that he's just coming to know, who's saying, get up and leave, right? And to go to another country. Those of us who live in this area have trouble going to the next suburb, or in the city going across a bridge, right? And the older you get, it's a lot harder to travel far distances, isn't it not? Let alone go across from the east side to the west side to the north side, you name it. So we think about that challenge that God is giving or had given to Abram. And I just think of that in terms of people like our relatives, our ancestors, who left their country to come to this country, right? What would that have been like, that things were so bad in Ireland, Germany, Scotland, England, you name it, wherever your ancestors are from, for them to just leave almost everything behind, leave their family behind, and go to this new country. And on Friday, this past Friday, there was 28 people who became United States citizens in Pittsburgh, naturalized citizens who pledged their love to this country. And one of those people was one of my friends. She's a beautiful person from the Dominican Republic. And she was so happy to get that citizenship, that she worked hard for it, she did the right thing, and she was just so elated. And I just have cherished her story because I had married her and her husband, someone I grew up with, and they love each other. And it's just a beautiful thing to hear that story of someone who left everything behind, who loves this country, was just so happy to be here for the opportunities that she was given to fall in love here and to start a new life. So I really thought that that was a wonderful story that just popped up and that she shared with me, and then she thanked me for my part in helping her to start a new life here. I was just happy to see her so happy, and she's a beautiful person, so I congratulate her and her family. Because I try to think about what that would be like, start a new life, and to go through that process. And that's when I look at this story of Abram and going, he went through that same thing, but the conditions were much more extreme and harder to do, right? And yet he believed in what God was telling him, like so many people who've come to this country who believe that God called them to come here, to go through the process of becoming a citizen, and to trust that God was guiding them.